yes, sir, yes, sir. Peace and blessings, Mbbwrld family. We are now mic'd up.
Let's get
the
it.
world asleep, but we're waking them up by making noise in the 518. I'm Mbbwrld. To the left of me, we got MBBT, diagonal, Mbbwrld, and across from me, we got Patouille, man. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling all right.
Okay.
Living the dream.
Hey, that's all we can do,
we
brother.
all living in a dream right now because we in a dream room.
So basically what we got going on, to show you guys a little bit about who Patouille is, we got his song right now called Help.
Play a song.
He's got a really unique sound. I fuck with his music, so we're gonna play this clip to really show you guys who he is before we get into this interview. Let's tap in.
It's Patouille.
Never been with peasantry, I'm a king up in his prime. Monkey in my body, I need help. Why you take my money, put it on a shelf.
That's my shit, I ain't gonna lie. This dead on my SoundCloud like playlist.
Yeah,
like,
W's. There's a bar in here that I want to ask about.
I'm seeing through your lies. I haven't told the truth, to see I'm living in disguise. Gotta tell the truth, you see I made my own demise. These people call me Percocet, I die to feel that high.
Man,
snapped on this
and this that Help by Patouille. You feel what I'm saying?
BS11 right there.
That's fire.
Nah,
Oh, that was BS11 on that?
Yeah,
I like that. I like that. I didn't even know. That's a good collab.
That's
He snapped on
BS11.
that shit like some, like, I don't even know what it was, like some Caribbean vibe.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
You said a bar on there, right? You said something about they call me Percocet because
I die to get the high.
Why do you call you that,
What do they
bro?
call you Percocet?
Why do you call
Because
you
I
that?
died to feel that high.
What do you mean by that? What's Percocet? I like that. That's like Himothy, but that's Percocet.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Everybody be like the Himothy neutron shit and all that all the time. But I don't know, like, how do I word this the right way? I don't know. I've been through like just a lot of shit, and growing up is connected to, you know, you're constantly like fed sins and temptation, you know,
for surely.
you know, and like trying to.
For surely.
I've been fed through the just like the times. Just how do I word this the right way?
Perks.
You got
Yeah, drugs, bro, to be honest. And like, there's no other way of going around it. But like, I don't know, I just been through it. And like, I've seen a lot of people die and just a lot of bullshit and just lost a lot of family and just shit like that. So like, I don't know, I just try to raise awareness at the same time. Like, I'm not gonna say don't have a good time, because I still have a good time, but don't do that fake shit. You know what I mean?
I like
that
what you
should be
said
killing
though.
people.
I like what you said though, awareness. Like, because we had one of our questions was like, is this more for like a cry for help, or is this more to spread awareness in a sense? And it sounds like maybe might be a little bit both. And I like when people put authentic in their music. So speak about that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've definitely been through it, and like my music definitely is like, I guess you could say a cry for help, because I don't like most of the shit like I say in music. It's not like I would say to like a person.
Yeah,
it's just something I say to a mic and like the person I'm recording with.
You're speaking to the beat.
I mean?
You're like speaking to the beat a little bit. Like,
you know that the most, bro. You be fucking
shit.
snapping. But yeah, like for that song, or even like the song I did with Joaquin for like the tape I'm about to drop. It's like Let Live and Let Go. It like I don't know.
What's the name? Live and Let Go.
Let Live and Let Go.
Let Live
Yeah,
and
it's
Let
just
Go.
like.
Oh, I like that.
Like I said, it was just like basically like captivating on like sins and temptation, all like the trials and tribulations of life, and just trying to like put it on just an EP and be able to do like rock, some type of rock vibe, some type of rap vibe, and just something in between. You know, I got some shit with Ruby.
alternative shit.
Yeah.
You got a lot of genres around under your belt. You do a lot of different type of music very well. What's your favorite type of music to make? Like your favorite genre?
That's hard.
I believe it, because you're diverse for surely.
Like, I love rap music, but like I grew up listening to rock, so like that comes easiest. But like I like a challenge, so I really like rap, honestly, hip hop type shit. Because like I don't know, like Juice WRLD, X type of vibes. Because like I can listen to like lyrical, spiritual miracles all day, like rap.
Lyrical,
I could listen to shit like that all the time, but like, I don't know. I just like listen to like the atmosphere, like the beat at the end of the day. Like I feel like that's what like built like Playboy Cardi and shit like that.
Like
Because you know, everybody listens to the beat. It's not like we're there for like the yeah. I mean, sometimes we're there, but it's like really like pure boring shit like that. That's what made him. You know,
legit.
I don't know. So like I appreciate everything about music, like the
So
sound.
with that next upcoming EP, would you think that's like what's next for you?
Yeah.
And for you as well, right, Joaquin?
I don't know. So like this EP, like, so what I was doing earlier, I'm gonna put this on like Apple Music and Spotify and all that shit now, because I was just dropping on SoundCloud. So I was just like seeing if I really like was gonna take it serious or not, and shit like that. So like I don't know. I just tried to put a couple of different sounds together, so I'm not like put in a box or a lane.
Wait,
like,
so you're saying, hold on, you said you're just kind of messing around with stuff right now, and you coming out with some fire like that.
Yeah.
Yo, man,
Yeah,
he's only testing around with stuff
bro,
right now. You coming out with that? I
Can't put
like
him in
that,
the
bro.
Bro, I don't
got a
know.
lot
Like,
of potential, bro. I swear to God.
bro, Ruby dragged me in the booth because I was heartbroken. And I've been making music for like forever. Like we had a little studio in the crib in 2019.
Yeah.
Like I think the first time him and I recorded was together in like 2017 on like a little USB microphone and shit like that. But like,
cool.
yeah, so
God,
like we've been doing it for a minute, but never took that shit serious. I don't know. I'm just like be in my lane and I don't know. Who the
Just
fuck is
being
gonna listen to
you.
me at the end of the day? But then I do these shows and shit like that,
Yeah,
and
I
I
was
see
gonna
that people are fucking with it, bro.
fucking
You know,
yeah.
like,
And I was gonna ask, like, what brought you to the point where you're like, yo, I can really do this? Like, I'm done playing with it. I'm gonna take this serious. It's like,
Bro.
was it the shows or
yeah,
what
to
else?
be honest, yeah.
Wow,
I don't
really?
know. It was like,
Yeah, that's fire.
you know,
Yo,
like
that's fire.
I grew up
That is very
doing.
inspirational.
I played like trombone and I sing and I
Yeah.
play piano and shit like
Trombone?
that. Yeah, bro, we were band kids. We
Wow.
did music theory together. Stop acting like you didn't
oh
know.
yeah, I did that for you.
Stop playing that. Come on now.
Hey, we worked at Pipe Shop, bro.
Yeah, back in the day. Fuck that place. But anyway,
He was my supervisor, bro.
Wow, did he ever get you in trouble?
nah, never.
Nah.
Oh, so
We-
you're W supervisor, W
Yeah,
supervisor,
yeah,
W
yeah.
supervisor.
But like, I don't know. Like, I just been doing music forever. But when I did the shows, it made me realize again that like music performance is fun. It's fun as fuck, and it's not like I feed off of ego and shit like that. But it's like a rush at the end of the day.
Yeah, you
I'm like,
get
When you got
nervous.
those screams and you got the people, oh my
yeah.
God,
Well,
Patouille.
it makes me feel like, it makes me feel like people are listening, and that means that like if people are listening, I could spread a message. And at the end of the day, that's like the end goal is like to be positive, you know, through all the bullshit. And
Yeah.
I know we all been through terrible shit in our lifetime,
shit.
but like to be able to like take all that bad shit, put it away, and try to be like the generation to fix shit, you know?
Yeah, and I heavy
Bro.
on it, the generation to fix shit.
I always tell people like your music's still new to people. Like your music, like you can drop a song a year ago from now, and I promise you it's still new.
Legit.
Facts.
Well, it's because the thing is, like, I feel like a lot of people don't know, like, especially in the 518, we're coming up, we're learning, we're in the learning stage of the 518, but I feel like a lot of people don't know proper marketing. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, and we were never taught this stuff. You know, we're a small city. We come from like we're not undershadowed from the actual New York City and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we were never fed certain information. We've always had to fight for what we got. So I think a
Facts.
lot of people just never got taught proper information. So we, aside from everything, we are going to be dropping a marketing course very soon that literally teaches the very basics
This
of
is
how
your
to get
little
out the
sneak
hood
peek of
with
that.
marketing. This is a little sneak peek. So
Boy, Ty Lopez. out
you know what I'm
here.
saying? Hey, niggas don't know that, man. I might
in
start
my
making
garage.
Yeah, and this
my
is how you
Lambo.
get out the hood. You feel what I'm saying? But
Facts.
so I think what makes you want to wake up every day and really go get it? Because like we do, like the 518 does have a lot of trauma, and I know like through your past you've been through a lot. But what
Fuck
helps?
that.
What helps you wake up
Trauma.
every day and like, damn, I'm gonna go get it?
What? Dude, to be honest, it's just like to leave an impact, to make a difference at the end of the day. Because like I feel like enough people don't want to just hold the door for people and just smile and just say hello. I feel like the pandemic fucked a lot of that up. Like I'm a server at my normal job, and like just people don't make eye contact no more. It's just little
Really?
shit. Just being able to be friendly to people. It's just
Yeah,
like
COVID did do
that. That just doesn't exist anymore. And
I love eye
to be able to bring people together and like
Yeah.
one common thing, like a song or something like that. Fuck it. That's. I just want to make people happy at the end of the
No,
day.
that's
you
a
know?
good perspective. Especially, wow, I never really thought about it like that. But like honestly, yeah, no, a lot of people don't even know how to like properly communicate anymore because
Facts.
when you get put into, you know, basically what is it? What was it called? Quarantine for like a year or two. Like you're not allowed to come outside.
Facts.
I feel like there's a lot of things that got normalized in that period, but there's a lot of things that got dumbed down and like basic conversations. People genuinely don't have common courtesy as much as it was before. There's certain things like life was different before quarantine. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro.
Yeah.
And like, what's it like making music now? Because you've been making music for a while now, but what's the difference from performing in shows now and making all this new music compared to like after quarantine happened? Like, would you say it affected your music and how you create your craft now?
Well, like I wouldn't say like being locked inside, no. But like I'd say like during COVID and just right before, like a lot of big artists died. You lost like
Yo, bro,
X,
which
you
is
lost
crazy.
Pop Smoke, you lost Mac, you lost Juice.
Yeah.
I mean, Juice is one of my
Juice.
biggest influences. So it's
Yeah.
like having all that happen and having to
R.I.P.
sit inside for a long time. Yeah, I mean, it gets you thinking though. I don't know,
Gets you
like
thinking. It
during
definitely
COVID,
does.
like I was pretty off the shits, bro. I wasn't really on a good track. But like past, I don't know. I've really been trying to get to it. At the end of the day, try to just
You're
be
still
positive.
on a good track. You're still
Yeah,
on a
Yeah,
good track.
bro.
No,
I don't
you're
know, I
definitely
go
on
to
a
work
high
every day,
trajectory. Like
positive.
you're consistent though. Like aside from like all the bullshit maybe that we face
Yeah.
in our life, like with your music, you're consistent.
Appreciate
I
it.
see you doing a lot more of like from where I first started paying attention to your music to where you are now. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing you even add video music to behind the scenes for clips and stuff like that.
Facts.
You're doing the things that you need to do. You're dropping consistently. You
Yeah.
even said I'm done with just going SoundCloud. I'm gonna go on all platforms now. Like.
Mm-hmm.
I see the growth in it, and the 518 does too. You know what I mean? It's
also,
good
just you
it.
as a person, you've definitely grown and out. Like you're very more outgoing.
Yo,
you know.
remember Pop Warner football?
Yeah, back in the
my
day,
God,
bro.
back in the day, bro. His dad was one of my coaches for Pop Warner football, which is crazy.
That's one of the reasons too, for real, my stepfather, right? So that's one of the reasons why I really just want to make a difference, right? Because he didn't have a good dad, but he just coached everybody's football team. It's my stepdad, you know, and he coached all these kids, and now it's like you look at all these kids. A lot of them are in jail, or they're on drugs, or they're not doing the right thing, and that's why it's like I just want to. We can't fix our generation as much as we can fix the new generation, but if we can try to like make an impact here, even if it ain't gonna fix everything, it could be something. You know, like
bro, one change can make a difference, bro.
Facts.
I'm telling you, we always have this like. People don't know, like, how does an avalanche start? It starts with one piece of snow or one snowflake starting the whole. You know,
starts with some sound.
It takes one moment, one big thing to get things started, and like that's what we're trying to do at Mbbwrld too. So I really feel that when you say, "Look, I'm just trying to make a difference. I'm trying to make an impact," because that's all we can do in this life. Maybe we can't fix everybody, but if we can fix one person, we can change somebody's perspective. One person that maybe they go on to be the person that changes it, but we never know. So you just got to keep pushing, stay consistent, keep doing what you're doing, and you're really doing that.
Have
bro.
that mentality that like you're the next, and it's good, bro. Like honestly, like you as an artist now, like you have to walk around with that. Like I'm the next, I'm the next big thing. Like you feel me? So like keep walking around with that, because I promise you'll be untouched.
Where do you see yourself in a year from now for like with your music?
Yeah.
Like for my next year, I have like a couple goals. Like I would love to hit like 100,000 streams. One, like two, I would like to figure out how I can do like sync licensing, how to figure out I can market my music properly and like be able to sell it. Because at the end of the day, it's like we put a lot of money as an artist in, but we never really get a lot back.
Video,
you know, it's like especially as like
you're
not exactly expensive. Like just this one project was almost a band.
Oh
you know, it's
God,
like through all the sessions.
He's putting a
videos,
band. He's putting a band into this. What y'all putting into? You got to invest in yourself. That's facts.
And if nothing comes out of it, I mean, I'm happy doing what I'm doing at the end of the day.
Because you enjoy what you're doing.
I feel like that's a lot of people do that with music. A lot of people are just like, oh, I'm here for the bag. Like you got to be in it with spirit before you're gonna get the bag, because if you're just here for the bag, you're not gonna last long.
I'm a big believer that anybody who like has made it in the music industry doesn't just do music, and they've been passionate about music their whole life. Facts. And like it kind of just happened. Like I think the music industry isn't something you can plan. If you're just in it for the bag, just like anything in life, if you're in it purely for like materialistic things or just a bag, like you're going to fail. You know what I mean? If you want to be the best swimmer, but you're only trying to do that because you want to get that gold medal and sell it, bro, you're not going to get that gold medal. You know what I'm saying? It's because you have the wrong intention.
Is there anybody in the 518 that you want to collab with that you haven't yet?
Oh, that's a good question. I like that one.
That's a good question.
To be honest, I don't know. There's a lot of people. Like you caught me off guard there. There's a lot of people I'd like to work with. I don't know. I'd really like to do an EP with him, like a project. Like I love his sound personally. Yeah. Like he's one of those people I really like listen to on a consistent basis.
That's
like
fine.
I don't know.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, 100%.
Vice versa, for real.
I don't know. Ruby as well. Like I don't know. We've been making music forever, but I've been trying to push him to do some little shit. But he got so much shit tucked up in the cut. You can't even. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard, bro.
So like. I feel like though when you make different types of music, you attract different types of crowds, right?
Facts.
So when you're at the shows and different energies, when you're at these shows and you're seeing, different types of people from all walks of life, like all come together for your music. Like, what is that feeling like? What does that give you internally? You know what I mean? Like, what does that do for like your confidence? What does that do to inspire you to do more? Like, what does that do for you?
I don't fuck confidence. I don't really like that shit. You know, like ego is ego, but like at the end of the day, it's like I just want to see people happy. For real. Seeing people happy makes me happy. I feel like I wouldn't say like I'm a snake. I'm like a chameleon at the end of the day. Like I soak in people's energy. So if people are negative around me, I'm a feel negative. But people are positive around me, I'm feel positive. So if I can bring people in and they're positive, then I feel like my goal's done. I've done what I need to do. And
I get that a lot too. No, because I feel like at that point that's an empath. I feel like at that point that's like a natural nurturer. You know what I mean? Somebody that wants to genuinely bring light into a dark world. And like, wow. I like that, bro. And I'm glad that the world gets to hear that a little bit. Facts. Because, without this type of stuff, people aren't going to know exactly who these artists are. And I feel like this is really good again to know who you are, because you have a strong mindset of like what you believe in. Your morals are good. That's fine, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to say this now, bro. You're going to change the world one day. I promise you.
So are you. We all are. Right here.
It starts with this. Conversations like this. No funny shit, man. Y'all tune in. Make sure you never tune out, because we got a lot of things to tell the world. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
But like, so... I guess like a lighter question, you know what I mean? What was like the funniest story you've ever had in the studio? Like something hilarious happened and you're like, you never really expected it.
Bro, I don't know. Yo, honestly, like, we were in the studio a couple months ago, Ruby Smash and I, and like, it was like 2 a.m. He sent us to beat us some rock shit, and Ruby was like, "Oh, let's hop on it." I'm like, "What? No way." We've been trying to have him hop on some shit like that forever, and like, I don't know. It was to get to the point. Like, we just freestyled the whole song, and it was some like punk pop shit. We never do nothing like that. Like, imagine Ruby singing on some like 3 Days Grace type of song. You know what I mean?
I think I heard a snippet of it. I think
bro,
it was
that
in there.
shit goes crazy. He has one more verse he needs to do. I'm about to like take him hostage and bring him to the studio. He hasn't done it. But like, I don't know. That was probably like the most like, I wouldn't say the craziest time, but it's like the most like, things happen so natural. I don't know. It was like I was like out of nowhere. We just came with a beat, whole song done like hour 30. That happens a lot with us too, though. To be honest, he be pushing me to do. I don't know. He just punches in. Like, I'll write sometimes. I freestyle most of my stuff, but I have to like freestyle it, then go to the studio. I can't just freestyle it at the studio.
Oh, I love it.
He's on some like Wayne shit,
dude,
bro.
I feel like that's the funnest though. Like, I mean, like everyone has their own like kind of.
Well, if I'm talking my shit, but if I'm trying to be in some like conscious, like what I talk about, you know, like trying to get into it, like I can't do that. If I'm trying to talk about like hoes and V's and whips and
whatever comes to the top. But I feel like hearing your music though, that kind of makes sense. You really do put a lot of messages in what you do. So like, you could definitely tell you plan like very in depth, like, you know, the message that you're putting in. Yeah. And I love it. So like, never change that, bro. That's fucking beautiful. And like, so as a final question, like what's one thing, you know, your fans, your supporters, they're watching this right now and they just learned a lot about you. What do you want to say to them?
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know like one final message you want to say to the people.
Let me hit the vape real quick.
Okay, hit the vape. Yeah,
Let's
man.
hear the vape sound. Oh, he covered it.
Listen, life is a constant battle. Just don't make it against yourself. You know, at the end of the day, if you try, at least you're trying. You know, you can't like, what's the point of like trying to complain and not doing nothing about it? I feel like that's a lot of the mentality on Facebook. You sit there all the time. Yep. People complain. Just get up and do it. Just make your bed one day and then just do something the next day, but make sure you make your bed. Just like keep really just like driving to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's like if you look in the past, would you rather like say you did it or you didn't do it? You're gonna look back and be angry, you know?
You want to have regrets or say, damn, that went wrong, but fuck it, I tried.
Facts. You know, just be you, because that's all you are.
Dude, that's fine.
Wise words, bro.
Wise words. And you guys are now mic'd up with Mbbwrld. If you like content like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And why don't you tell them where they can find you, man? What's your social media?
So you can find me at this Patouille.
Let me know.
If you can spell it as Patouille. It's a mouthful. I apologize. On Instagram.
Most creative name.
Don't apologize.
Not to cut you off, but like, is it from like Ratatouille?
Yeah, yo, low key, Ruben came up with it when we were in 3rd grade.
Really?
I just stuck with it since.
Oh my God. That's a good question. That's a good question.
That's iconic, bro.
Yo, it is iconic, bro.
But facts. Yeah, so Instagram, you can find me on, by the time this drops, Spotify, Apple Music, and SoundCloud. You know, YouTube too as well.
All platforms.
Yeah, all platforms.
Yeah.
Tap in, never tap out, because we got a lot to say to the world. It's Mbbwrld out. Like, comment, subscribe.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Peace.